Welcome back. This next story pretty much sums up every parent's worst nightmare. A San Francisco dad is fighting for custody of his toddler son, who he says is being raised as non-binary by his mother. The dad's name is Harrison Tinsley. He's 31 years old. Tinsley is seeking full custody of his 3-year-old son, Sawyer, who currently splits time 50-50 with his mom, Tinsley's ex-girlfriend. The mom is apparently suffering from gender dysphoria herself. She identifies as non-binary and uses they/them pronouns, although she didn't at the time she was dating Tinsley. The dad says the mom is forcing this ideology onto her son, Sawyer, who she insists is a they/them, and puts the 3-year-old in dresses and makeup. But this is not the end of Tinsley's worries. He's also concerned about Sawyer's safety, because when Sawyer was just 1 year old, he fell off a bed during an altercation between the mom and roommate. Sawyer's mom was arrested and booked in jail for felony child endangerment. It was around that time that she claimed to have borderline personality disorder. She was also on 5 different medications for PTSD, mood stabilization, ADHD, and anxiety. CPS ultimately found her not guilty of a crime, but Tinsley believes this is enough evidence to grant him full custody. He joins me now with more on his story. Thank you so much for being with us today. It's a pleasure to have you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me, Allison. It's been a wild ride for sure. As 4 years ago, I'm dating a girl. She gets pregnant. We're both happy about that, thank God. And we have this son. But what happens is we never agreed politically, and you'd think that shouldn't matter, and it shouldn't. But unfortunately, she did everything she could to keep him from me. So I ended up not knowing when he was born. I found out about a week after, and 2 months after that, I filed in court. And then it took 15 months for me to meet my precious son at 15 months old finally. And after that, I kept fighting. I never gave up. I pushed on. I ended up winning half custody of him when he was about 2 years old. And that's around the time when she started to put dresses on him and call him they, them. And after that, as you mentioned, there was some safety concerns as well as this gender stuff. And I brought all of that to the court's attention and did my best to keep him protected and happy with who he is. And the court denied that, but I'm on appeal now. And I feel really optimistic about it. I've received a ton of support, and I'm so thankful for that. And what's crazy to see now is you see California passing these bills like AB 957, where they're literally going to give custody in family court to the affirming parent, regardless of the child's age, regardless of the parent making the claims, mental health status, and they're going to even consider convicting the other parent with child abuse. I mean, this is lunacy.
It is absolutely lunacy, and this is why I'm so grateful for parents like yourself that are standing up and speaking out against this and doing everything you have to in this scenario to win this battle, because it truly is a spiritual battle. It's good against evil. How is your son holding up through all of this? I would imagine it's probably very difficult on him.
He's a really happy, fun little boy. He's totally smiling and laughing all the time. He knows he's a boy. Anytime anyone asks him, he'll tell you, I'm a boy. He'll tell you he loves being a boy. If you actually give him something girly, this is causing him some psychological problems. If someone gives him too girly of a toy, he'll actually get upset and he'll tell you, no, I'm a boy, not a girl, and yell at you. So, I mean, everything that's happening is really sad. It's just confusing. Kids don't have the ability to rationalize such an abstract concept as gender. At least the way the left frames it, it's pretty simple. In reality, there's just boys and girls. But yeah, my son's doing well, and he's going to make it through this, and I'm never going to give up.
Well, I very much admire your strength and courage through all of this, and I'm so glad that he's doing well and is still able to decipher reality from this fantasy world that his mother is trying to inject him into. Do you think her instability in history with mental illness factors into her desire here to want to raise your son as non-binary? I mean, why do you think she is so persistent on wanting to do away with the fact that your son is a boy and instead is trying to brainwash him into this gender ideology cult?
I can't speak for her, but obviously, as you mentioned, she's considering that herself. So I don't know if she's trying to either get revenge against me or push her own ideology onto him. But either way, it's absolutely unacceptable. It's something the court needs to take seriously.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.